Hey all, welcome back. So we just did a oil change on this 7.3 Powerstroke. This one happens to be in a 1999, and I want to show you something that you probably should do when you do your oil changes and stuff. So like I said, we did it, it's probably been driven maybe 15 miles or so, give or take, since the oil change. So it's right fresh, but it has been ran and it has been driven, so we want to show you what things look like. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pull the dipstick and I'm going to show you how clean the oil is. A little bit dripping off. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. Pretty clean. So we wanted to show you that. The next thing I want to show you is we're going to pull this little deal out of here. This is your high pressure oil reservoir. Alright, so you get a 3/16 Allen. It's best to use it on one of these on a ratchet, but you want to make sure you get it in there really good, because these things can be tight and they can strip. Okay, that's all that looks like there. It's got an O-ring on it. First thing you want to do is you want to look down inside of that hole, and you want to check your oil level. It needs to be about an inch or 3/4 of an inch or so below that line there. I'll show you what I do. It just takes something, something you can't lose down inside there. Just be real careful with it. Usually go about a little bit more than an inch from the tip. Hey, we get a measuring tape. You go about an 1.25 inches, 1 3/8 that. Put your thumb right there. We just barely got into it. So now we're going to go about 1.5 inches. There, we got into it. So you give or take about 1/4 to 3/8 excuse me, of an inch right there, and that's going to be about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. The level's good. What I wanted to show you though was, you notice this oil's darker than the oil we pulled off on the dipstick on this fresh oil change. Looks pretty good, because this is happened to be my pickup, and I actually keep the oil changed really frequently, but you can see that the oil's darker than it was on the dipstick. So we're going to get the oil out of this reservoir and change it. Alright, so I just use one of these vacuum pumps like so, and it's going to take you a few times, but stick the hose down inside of here. See the oil coming out now. It's all going to collect in this little jar, whatever the heck you want to call it. See how dark it is? A lot darker than it was when I was on the dipstick. This will circulate through. It just takes some time, and it's better if you don't, it's better for your injectors and the rest of your high pressure fuel system up here if you go ahead and just change the oil. Oop, I went a little bit too much and almost. So we'll go ahead and take this and dump it, and I'll show you how much darker it is. It's a fresh oil change. Now the oil looks, okay, because it's only got 4,000 miles on it. Well, like I said, it looks, the oil in here looks, you know, okay, but it doesn't look brand new like the oil on the dipstick does for only having 15 miles on the oil change. And so I do this all the time. That's old oil that's got 4,000 miles on it. But like I said, it will take some time for it to circulate through, and it will eventually, but it's just a lot better if you do this. Take this off before the vacuum sucks it through the deal there. Not bad, but not that good either. Alright, then we're going to get us a little funnel. Fill this thing back up. This whole process, you know, it's going to take you 15-20 minutes to do it. Then we'll go with our 1.5 inches, and boom, we're there. Yeah, so we got this thing completely wiped off. Got 1.5 inches with my thumb right there. Don't move your thumb down till you stop it. Oil level's good. Put the cap back on. And we'll start it and run it. And we'll pop this thing back off again. We've had it running. Check our depth first. Okay, that looks good. Now we'll just go ahead and dunk this in here, and a lot better quality oil. Oops. Not in camera focus, sorry about that. A lot better. So, one thing you should do when doing oil changes is go ahead and, you know, if you really want to do it good, you can do this, you know, about 3, 4, 5 times, especially if you've never done it. Get all that stuff out of there and get some good clean oil in there. We'll do your injectors and the rest of the stuff a lot of good. You can even put some, you know, a couple different times you can put some oil additive or something in here instead of replacing with new 1540. So there's that. Thank you for watching.